The fourth-ranked Notre Dame Academy Eagles battled the sixth-rated Northview Wildcats in a rematch of last year's district finals. Both teams entered the night unbeaten. Now, the Wildcats had a 10-point lead after one quarter of play, thanks in part to their solid shooting from beyond the arc. Maddie Taylor's wide open at the top of the key. She drains it. The junior finished with 14 points. Now, Northview senior Casey Baumhauer led the home team with 16. She gets the defensive board, takes it all the way. Cats up 5 at halftime, but Notre Dame junior Grace Van Sluten wouldn't be stopped. Cats double teamer Van Sluten isn't phased. Later, the 6'2 center attacks the rim, gets her own board, the putback, and the foul. Van Sluten led all scorers with 20 points, and Olivia Sims added 16 for the Eagles as they soared to the 11-point win, improving to 5-0.
Well, coming into this game, how could you not be excited for this matchup? Both teams entered tonight undefeated, both ranked among the top 10 in the state, and this was a rematch of last year's district final in which Notre Dame came out on top. And tonight you saw Northview come out, punch Notre Dame in the face. Notre Dame responded in the final three quarters.
Yeah, I mean, it delivered in terms of action and excitement. The Lady Cats had it going in quarter one, knocking it down from deep, getting out, running in transition, and really set the tone on their home floor. Quarter two, Notre Dame was able to battle back, start to get the basketball inside of the paint, and really climb back into that game. We had a close game at halftime. We had a close game in the third quarter. About midway through the third quarter, though, Northview hit a scoring rut. They couldn't buy a basket, I think because they had their scoring woes, their defensive intensity dropped off, and Notre Dame was just sitting in the wings ready to take advantage. By the time it got to the fourth quarter, it was a wrap because Notre Dame's too talented, too experienced, and they saw blood in the water, and they took advantage of it and ran away with that game there in the fourth quarter and prevailed on the road tonight.
Yeah, I think a couple of the stats that you're going to look back on in this game would first be the three-point shooting. Northview had that going in the first half. Notre Dame did not. They were 0 of 7 from 3 in the first 16 minutes. Started to hit from downtown in the second half, and the turnovers really started to haunt Northview.
Yeah, you know, Notre Dame has a lot of length, and they have a lot of size, and they started pounding that basketball inside, and it put pressure on Northview's defense. So it did a few things. One, it sent Notre Dame to the free throw line a lot. They got a lot of extra shots at that charity stripe, and as they started to pull that lead out, it put pressure on Northview. They took some quick shots. I think they rushed their offense a little bit, which fueled Notre Dame's transition. So Notre Dame got out in transition, and the Eagles were allowed to get some easy and uncontested buckets, and it just proved to be a little too much tonight for the Lady Cats to overcome.
Grace Van Sluten finished with 20 points tonight. She was not the only Eagle in double figures. You had Casey Baumhauer lead the Northview Lady Cats with 16. Tonight belongs to the Notre Dame Eagles. They come away with the 11-point win in Sylvania.